Before working with the BIM 360 Issues add-in, you must first of all join the beta preview program. This can be done by going to feedback.autodesk.com and joining the Revit preview release. Once you have joined the program, you can then select the Revit preview release from the My Project section. Once inside the project, you can then scroll down on the left hand side and go to the extension section. Here we'll show the Revit Issues add-on beta. Selecting this extension, you will then get the intro, which will explain about what the feature version does, explain all the features, and then give you a download section. Within the download section, you can simply select the issues setup.zip file. Once downloaded and installed, this will then add the Issues tab into your Revit platform. You can then begin working within Revit to have bidirectional issues with BIM 360. It's important to note that before starting, you must have the add-in installed. You must also have a current Revit subscription license. You must also then have access to BIM 360 and a project that you are added as a member. It will only work with cloud and cloud work shared models only. As the module leader within BIM 360, I can open up the student's model and review the content. Within this environment, I can start to create issues against design-based options within the model. Here I'm going to raise an issue against this window and ask the student to remove it from the design process. Selecting the Issues tab from the navigation panel, I can now create an issue. Using the push pin to add the location, I can then fill out the title regarding the issue. I can then assign this issue to the student in question. I can choose a due date for when it needs to be completed, add location details, the owner and root cause if known, and I can also add a description. Selecting the Create button will create the issue and assign it to the student. I can also start to create issues from within the 2D sheets as well. Selecting the model again, choosing the 2D sheets option, I can review the ground floor plan. Here I'm going to select a door and place an issue within exam room 1-2. Selecting the Issues tab again, I can now create issue. Selecting the Place Push pin, I can place it on the door. Here I'm going to ask the student to switch the door swing. Choose the Assign To drop down, I can then assign it to the student. Again, I can choose a due date for completion, add location, owner, root cause and a description as required. Selecting the Create button to complete the process of creating the issue. Both of these issues have now been assigned to the student. Acting as the student now, I can now use Revit to open up this project and review the issues. Selecting it from the BIM 360 panel on the left hand side, I can now open my model in question. Once inside the Revit project, I can now select the Issues tab and use the Show button to show the Issues panel within the Revit project. Here we get a direct view of the issues that have been raised within BIM 360. First of all, I can select the Remove window and this will hyperlink directly to that view of the issue. Here I can review all the issue details and make changes to the model accordingly. I'm going to click into my view, delete the window, and I've now removed the window from the wall and I can now update the issue. Selecting the drop down, I can now change it to answered, assign it back to the module leader and add any comments. Selecting done to complete the process. We can now select the back arrow and now review issue number 2. As issue number 2 is based upon a 2D view, we're going to go in and update the floor plan first of all. Selecting the ground floor plan, we can now make the change as required. The issue is regarding the door swing in exam room 1.2. I'm going to select the door, reverse the swing and then update the issue. Selecting the issue panel, I can now change it to answered and then update the comments. Once complete, I can now select the Done button. Once all the changes are made as per the issues, we can select the Collaborate tab. Here we can select Publish Settings and create a new Publish set. Duplicating the existing, I'm now going to create a Work in Progress Issue 2 set. Selecting OK, I can now tick this on and select Save and Close. Now we can select Synchronize with Central and Synchronize Now to update the changes to the model back to BIM 360. Once the changes are synchronized, we can now select Ctrl D to go back to the Revit home screen. Here you will see there is now an update available. We can select the More menu and now publish the latest file back to BIM 360 with the changes as per the created issues. Selecting Publish Latest, then Publish to complete the process. Once the latest model is published, we can now go back to BIM 360 as the educator and review the updated issues. As the module leader, I can now review the changes to the model and update the issue status. Selecting the model from the Work in Progress folder, I can now review the changes that have been made to the file. Zooming in on the first issue, you will see that the window has now been removed. I can select the icon for the issue and then update its status. Selecting the Answer drop-down, I can now change this to Closed. Once I add a comment, I can now select the Done button to complete that process and update the issue. Selecting the back arrow, I can now select issue number 2. This is where the door swing has now been reversed. Again, I can select the Answer drop-down and close the issue. Once complete, I can now select the Done button to complete the issue. We have now successfully created issues within BIM 360, made changes to the Revit project, updated and published that model back to BIM 360, and then finally closed all the issues.